Hello everyone. So in today's video we're going to be doing the antiderivatives 4.7, which is basically integration, another way to call it. So let's start with a few examples. Okay, before we start with examples, let's explain what integration is. Let's say I am given y is equals to x squared plus 7x, and my derivative is 2x plus 7. Right? Now, what's the point of integration? The integration is I'm going to be given the integral of the derivative, this. And my job is to find the original equation. So this is basically what the integration is for. So let's say I have the integral of 5 dx. Now, how am I going to think of this is what equation is basically, so 5 is the derivative of which equation. Okay, so how do I do this? We know that what's the function that's going to give me 5 when I derive it? It's 5x, right? So 5x plus c. Now why do we write this plus c? Let's say for example I have 5x plus 4, right? If I'm gonna find the derivative of this, it's gonna be just 5. Now if I want to find the original equation here, it can be plus any number, not necessarily 4. So I write plus c to show that I can have any constant in its place. So whenever I have the integral of a constant, what I'm gonna do is just add an x next to it, or a t, or whatever variable they gave us. So let's start solving these examples to figure out how the integration works. Also, disclaimer, if I ever say derivative instead of integration, it's because I got used to saying derivative a lot, but I mean integration. Okay, so let's start. When I want to find the integration of x, how do I integrate? I get the power, which is my x, sorry, the variable, which is my x. My power here is 1, so I'm gonna take 1 and I'm gonna add 1 to the power divided by your new power, which is 1 plus 1. So it's going to give me x squared over 2, and don't forget the plus c. Now let's take this for example. X to the power of 17, add 1, divided by 17 plus 1, which is x to the power of 18 over 18 plus c. Okay? Okay. Now, let's take this one for example. X to the power of negative 5, so x to the power of negative 5 plus 1 over negative 5 plus 1, which is going to give me x to the power of negative 4 over negative 4 plus c. We can rewrite this as negative 1 over 4 x to the power of 4 plus c. I just took the power down so I can have a positive power. Now, if you remember, back when we used to solve the derivatives, we used to have two problems. The first problem is when we have a variable in the denominator, and the second problem is when we have a root. So these problems also apply for integration, and we fixed them the exact same way. So here when we had a power in the denominator, what we did was that we took the power up and made it a negative power. So x to the power of negative 3 dx. And now I'm just going to integrate normally. So x to the power of negative 3 plus 1 over negative 3 plus 1. In the exam you don't have to write that, and I'm just writing it so you guys can know what I'm doing. I'm only going to write these in the explanation, but then when we're solving the actual questions, I'm not going to write plus 1 over whatever number plus 1. So x to the power of negative 2 over negative 2 plus c, which is also the same thing as negative 1 over 2x squared plus c. Now, for this one, we know that radical x is x to the power of half, and sometimes we don't just have radical x. So let's take this as a rule. If I have radical x to the power of a and n outside, how do I fix this? It's always x to the power of a over n. So what's inside over what's outside. Now this is a normal root, so we know it's 2 here, and this is to the power of 1. So how am I going to fix this? The integration is going to be x to the power of half dx. Now let's solve this. So x to the power of half plus 1 over half plus 1, which is going to give me x to the power of 3 over 2 divided by 3 over 2. Now something that we're going to be seeing a lot in the questions we're going to solve is this. So now I have here what? I have 1 1 divided by 3 over 2. Now how do I fix this problem? Obviously don't forget plus c. How do I fix this problem? 1 divided by 3 over 2. 1 divided by any fraction is the reciprocal of that fraction. So 2 over 3. So this is going to give me 2 over 3 x to the power of 3 over 2. And if I want to rewrite this, it's going to be 2 over 3 x cubed, and this is going to be a 2. Let's take one final example before we start solving the harder question. So here I have both of my problems combined. I have a root in the denominator and the variable is in the denominator. Now how do I fix this? If you know, you can fix it at once. If you don't, let's take it step by step. Let's just fix the root first. So this is going to give me integral of 1 over, like we said, inside over outside, so x to the power of 1 over 3 dx. Now I can take this up, the integration of x to the power of negative 1 over 3. It's a negative because I took it from the denominator to the numerator, and now I can solve normally. So what am I gonna do? Like we said, x to the power of negative 1 over 3 plus 1 divided by negative 1 over 3 plus 1. This is gonna give me x to the power of 2 over 3 divided by 2 over 3. Now, like we said here, this is 1. So 1 divided by 2 over 3 is going to give me the reciprocal, which is 3 over 2. So 3 over 2 x to the power of 2 over 3, which is the same thing as saying 3 over 2 x squared to the third root, and don't forget the plus c. Now some mistakes a lot of people do is when they divide 1 by 2 over 3, so 1 divided by 2 over 3 and they get 3 over 2, they change the power. Don't change the power, we're just changing the coefficient. Okay, that's it. The power stays untouched, alright? Okay, so now let's start solving the questions. Now for the questions, I'm not going to be writing plus 1 over number plus 1. I'm going to be solving directly so we can focus on the what's it called, sorry, the simplifications and stuff. So let's start. This is gonna be x to the power of 3 over 3 minus, I'm gonna always keep the constant aside. It's not related to anything, just keep it aside. Then I have x squared over 2 plus 5x plus c. Now how can I simplify this? I'm gonna take x cubed over 3, 2 and 2 will cancel, so minus x squared plus 5x plus c, which is gonna be my final answer. Okay, so this is my new question. Now, do we have any problems? Yes, we do. We have an x squared in the denominator. Now, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to take the powers out. I'm gonna keep the coefficients alone so that I don't get myself confused. So if I'm gonna rewrite this, I'm gonna say 4x squared plus, this is basically 3 over 4x plus 2 over 5 x squared, no sorry, it should be, the x squared should be down, x to the power of, let's take it up, so negative 2 dx. So now here what do? I took the power up, that 5 has nothing to do with x, 2 over 5 stays alone. Okay, now I'm gonna derive normally, sorry, I'm gonna integrate, I keep saying derive. Okay, so 4 x to the power of 3 over 3. Let's do this so we don't get confused. So I'm gonna take like this, I'm gonna put it aside, multiply it, okay? Plus 3 over 4, I'm gonna keep it alone, and then I'm gonna solve the integration of x on its own, so x squared over 2 plus 2 over 5 x to the power of negative 1 over negative 1 and the plus c. Now, I'm gonna simplify further. If you know, good for you. If you don't, we'll do this so you don't get confused. Now, 4 multiplied by x to the power of 3 over 3 is the same thing as saying 1 over 3 x cubed. Sorry, x cubed. Plus, now I'm gonna take the 3 over 4. X squared over 2 is the same thing as saying 1 over 2 x squared. Plus, I'm gonna take the 2 over 5. Now this is obviously 1 over negative 1, which we know is negative 1 x to the power of negative 1 plus c. Okay, now I'm gonna multiply these together. 4 times 1 over 3, 3 over 4 times 1 over 2, 2 over 5 times negative 1, and then I'm just gonna put the powers beside them so that I can simplify it as much as I can. So I have 4 times 1 over 3 is gonna give me 4 over 3 x to the power of 3 plus 3 over 4 times 1 over 2 is 3 over 8x squared minus 2 over 5 times negative 1 is minus 2 over 5 x to the power of negative 1 plus c. Now this is correct, but let's see, we can simplify it even more. Not simplify it, but rewrite it in another way. X cubed plus 3 over 8x squared minus 2 over 5x. We just took the x down so that we can have a positive power, and this is my final answer. So what I did here is that I took in here x squared, the same thing as saying 1 over 2x squared, so I can have the correct answer for the coefficients. So next question, I have 2x minus 2 over x squared minus 1 over 5. First, I'm gonna check for any problems. Yes, I do. I have x squared in the denominator. How am I gonna fix this? 2x minus, I'm gonna take the power up, make it negative, 2x to the power of negative 2 minus 1 over 5 dx. Now I can integrate. Okay, so 2, I'm gonna keep the 2 aside since it is my coefficient, so 2, and then I'm gonna integrate the x, so x squared over 2 minus, and then I'm gonna take the 2 on its own multiplied by x to the power of negative 1 over negative 1 minus 1 over 5x plus c. Now how can I simplify this? The 2 is gonna cancel with the 2. I'm gonna get x squared. Now here my negative can cancel with a negative. It's gonna give me plus 2x to the power of negative 1 minus 1 over 5x plus c. This is correct, but we can simplify it or just rewrite it in another way. X squared plus 2 over x. I took the power down so I can have a positive power minus 1 over 5x plus c, and this is my final answer. Okay, so this is our new question. We have 3x squared minus 4 over x squared dx. How am I going to integrate this? We have a power down. We're going to take it up. It's going to become the integration of x to the power of negative 2 into 3x squared minus 4 dx. Now what am I going to do? I'm going to, what do you say? I'm gonna distribute x to the power of negative 2 over both terms. Now don't forget, if I have x to the power of n multiplied by x to the power of a is equals to x to the power of n plus a. So this is the rule I'm using. It's the rule you should always use. So I'm gonna get 3 minus 4x to the power of negative 2 dx. Now I'm just gonna integrate normally. So it's going to become 3x minus 4x to the power of negative 1 over negative 1 plus c. So it's going to give me 3x plus 4 over x plus c. So this cancels with this, and I took the power down, so this is going to be my final answer. Okay, so this is our new integration. Now this is a bit more tricky than the last ones. So we have both the exceptions. Now what am I going to do first? I'm going to simplify my numerator. So I'm going to do, this is the same thing as t to the power of 1 multiplied by t to the power of half plus t to the power of half. Okay? So 1 plus 1 over 2, like we said the rule before, it's going to give me t to the power of 3 over 2 plus t to the power of half divided by t squared dt. Now I'm gonna take my t to the power of 2 up with the opposite power, which is going to give me the integration of t to the power of 3 over 2 plus t to the power of 1 over 2 multiplied by t to the power of negative 2 dt. Now this, I'm gonna distribute the negative 2 multiply by both. After I do that, I'm going to get the integration of t to the power of negative half plus t to the power of negative 3 over 2 dt. This is going to be my new function, what I'm going to integrate from after I fix all the problems. Now, how did I get this so nobody gets confused? T to the power of 3 over 2 multiplied by t to the power of negative 2. Same thing as saying 2 to the power of 3 over 2 plus minus 2, which is just minus 2. Do it on the calculator. You get negative half. And if I do here t to the power of half multiplied by t to the power of negative 2, same thing as saying t to the power of half plus minus 2, which is t to the power of negative 3 over 2. So this is how I got this, so nobody gets confused. So now I'm going to integrate as usual t to the power of negative half plus 1, which is going to give me half over half, okay, plus t to the power of negative 3 over 2 plus 1 is going to give me t to the power of negative half divided by negative half. Now let's simplify this. Like we said, 1 divided by plus c, obviously. And now 1 divided by 1 over 2, we said it's the reciprocal, so 2 t to the power of half. Now 1 divided by negative 1 over 2 is going to give me negative 2 t to the power of negative half plus c. This is my answer, but I can rewrite it in another way. So 2 radical t minus 2 over radical t, because this is the same thing as saying 2t to the power of half minus 2 over t to the power of negative half. Sorry, positive half because I took it down. So now I'm just going to put radical instead of the t to the power of half, and that's how I got my final answer. So this is going to be the last question for the video. I have the third root of x over 3 plus 2 over radical x dx. How can I rewrite this? I have both problems, so this is going to be the integration of x to the power of 1 over 3 over 3, right? Plus 2x to the power of negative half dx. I'm just fixing it now. I did not start the integration. Now this is the same thing as saying 1 over 3 x to the power of 1 over 3 plus 2x to the power of negative half dx. I just took the coefficient out so I don't confuse myself. So now let us start with the integration. So I'm gonna take, like we said, 1 over 3 on its own, and I'm going to find the integration of this on its own. X to the power of 1 over 3 plus 1 is 4 over 3 divided by 4 over 3 plus 2x. Negative half plus 1 is half over half, and of course plus c. Now, like we said before, I'm gonna take this alone first, this one, and simplify it. How do I do that? I'm gonna take the 1 over 3 as it is, multiplied by, we said this is 1, right? 1 divided by 4 over 3 is the reciprocal of the denominator, so I'm gonna get 3 over 4 x to the power of 4 over 3, okay, plus, now I'm gonna do the same thing for the second one, this one. What am I gonna do? I have 2 divided by half, which is sorry, not 2 divided by half. I have 2, see, I get confused myself. Write the 2 alone. This is 1. 1 divided by 1 over 2 is going to give me 2x to the power of 1 over 2 plus c. Now I'm going to multiply these and then just put the power beside them. 1 over 3 times 3 over 4 is 1 over 4 x to the power of 4 over 3 plus 4 x to the power of half plus c. Now, this is correct, but I can rewrite it as 1 over 4 x to the power of 4 to the third root plus 4 radical x plus c. And this is my final answer.